And we need to highlight what's happening in these boroughs because it's really a sad state of affairs. Hackney has the fourth highest rate of knife crime injury in London, the fourth highest. The latest incident in Hackney happened of a 15-year-old boy. It happened on Brook Road in Upper Clapton on Sunday night, just days ago. It's left the victim in a life-threatening condition. But the thing is, this was only one incident of 3 stabbings that happened in the capital. This was Sunday night. The previous weekend, there were 15 stabbings. Mr. Mayor, when does it stop? When do you take responsibility? He has been silent as all of this has happened. Also, recently, an article said that the London's knife crime hotspots were revealed 16 of the 20 most dangerous places in England when it comes to serious knife crime offenses are where? Right here in London. Right here in London, where the mayor has been watching for the past 5 years. The West End area of Westminster has the highest rate in the country with 35.5 violent crimes per 1,000 residents. But Haringey, Islington, Hackney, Camden, and Brent also feature very highly. Now look, the mayor and the Met Police Commissioner Cressida Dick said that tackling knife crime in London remained, quote, their #1 priority. And yet what has been achieved since then? Knife crime has gone up every single year they have been in power. Enough is enough, and it hurts us to look at these numbers. And when I was at the Wally Foster Community Center in Hackney, we spoke about this. We need a solution, and the people there said to me, they said, Brian, Khan's doing nothing. Whenever we go down to City Hall, we say, where are the funds that you promised us? And he just goes silent on us. He is not investing in the communities. He is defunding the community centers. He is firing youth center workers, and it's unacceptable, and we hear you. Next, let's look at some of the numbers in Newham. In 2018, Newham was found to be the borough with the highest murder rate in the capital. I mean, this is really, it's hard for me to read some of these numbers. Newham is among the least safe boroughs in London, an average crime rate of 120 crimes per 1,000 people, which is higher than the London average and nearly double the national average. Right here in Newham. It's something that it should enrage the residents. And if you're angry and you're in Newham, then I understand. My question to you is, do you want 3 more years of this? That's what you're going to get if you make the massive mistake of re-electing Sadiq Khan. And again, more news articles here. Less than 6 weeks ago, the borough saw another fatal stabbing as a 28-year-old man tragically lost his life in Newham. And again, it's not hard to find this stuff. You Google knife crime and put in a borough, and there's literally a list of 20 or 30 articles, most of them in the past few days and the past few weeks. You know, enough is enough, Mr. Mayor. You have to do something about that. And it continues into Tower Hamlets. Just weeks ago, 5 people were stabbed in 24 hours in violence that happened right in Tower Hamlets. And if you look at the map, it shows that it's one of the most dangerous boroughs in London in 2020. So again, enough is enough, and I want to hear from you. What do you think about this? First of all, tell me, what borough do you live in? What is the biggest challenge you face? And what's the question you want to ask me? This is the big question I want to know. Do you think the current levels of daily knife crime on our streets are acceptable? Are they? Should the mayor step up and take responsibility for the 15 stabbings and the 2 killings that happened in London just weeks ago, and also for the murder of 22-year-old Sven Badzak? You know, his mother is still grieving when he was out to get orange juice. Our children are dying in the streets. What will you do about it, Mr. Mayor? I want to hear your thoughts. Next, do you think it was fair for the mayor to defund these community centers and lay off youth workers when we need them so much right now? And do you think that independent candidates like us should be banned from campaigning by the police when the mayor is out there flaunting the rules with his, I call it, campaigning in disguise, as he forces key workers to meet with him in an unsocially distanced manner as he goes out there for his PR opportunities and his shots that he puts on Instagram? He is campaigning, but he is preventing the little guy to do it. Do you think that is fair? And finally, do you think it's time for new leadership, new ideas, and to take London in a new direction?